accountability, your professionalism, emotional intelligence, ownership. All these things are very, very important. Another thing again I'm going to talk about is what we call, there's something that we call the escalating conflict skill. The escalating conflict skill is actually very, very important. Most people think most companies will just hire you based on what you have. There are some moments, like, okay, let's say for instance, I was applying for an interview, I think late last year, because I wanted to work with a company as a consultant, and they asked me to have to go some interviews and all that. And when we immediately I joined the meeting, the next thing was the hiring manager and the VP engineering started saying something. They changed the whole matter. The meeting is meant to start by 8 o'clock. Are you with me? I joined the meeting 8:01. I already joined 8 o'clock, but my network tripped off and I joined 8:01. I immediately started abusing me. Is this how you want to do your job? I did not know that is another way of them testing my de-escalating conflict skill. What is de-escalating conflict skill? The escalating conflict skill is how you are able to de-escalate conflict, that you're not making big deal, you are not expanding a particular thing in our organization. I was shocked, but I was able to understand and calm and explain, oh, this is the main reason why I'm so sorry for joining this late. This is the main reason why I did this. This is the main reason why I did this. And trust me, that meeting did not last up to 3 minutes. I was given that job. They just wanted to test how I'm going to reason. They want to test how accountable I am in case there is one issue or the other. They want to test how I can own a particular thing. Another another experience is when I was working at Pinavi Networks. We had issue, we were hacked, and as the CTO, if there is any issue with hacking and all that, they can just call you at any time. So we're hacked. So there is a particular hacking method that they use for us. We call that payload negative value attack, whereby they will transfer some money out of your accounts and the money will not be transferred out. So there is a SQL payload that they used. So they called me to our headquarters in Ibadan that day, and the next thing, police arrived. I was taken out to the police station. Are you with me, guys? So once we got to the police station, I was looking at my boss, the CEO, operation manager. I think the CEO is now the senior design lead at Money Point now. And our CEO, the CFO, everybody were there. And I was like, you guys should trust me. I cannot do this. And you know one thing about police? Police do not understand technical term. They were asking me, now you steal API, Abi? Now you steal API. I say, I did not steal API. API is a REST API that we are using. The police asked me again, why did I allow API to rest? I was like, oh my God, how will I explain this thing to these people? But the fact that I was able to communicate it effectively, I owned the whole thing. Okay, this thing, I'm at fault. The main reason why we were hacked is this so thing, so thing. And I was able to clarify some things out. But now in that case, there will be going to be a lot of pressure. It will be like, don't be me, Akuna now. Why did you arrest me? You don't have to do that. Accountability and ownership is a very strong hold. It's a strong trait to have as a person, as someone that is looking for a job. It is very, very important. Another thing again I'm going to talk about is understanding the thin line between tech as a career and tech as a business. It is very, very important. There is a thin line between tech as a career and tech as a business. And I'm going to using the AI as an example. For instance, now, if I'm holding tech as a career, of course, I may study computer science. I may say I have over 100 CCNA. I can say I have 5 billion comments on my GitHub. But these are the things that make you a career person. This person is good at what he's doing. But in business world, all those your GitHub commits, all those things might not be necessarily be useful. So you have to understand how you can integrate your technical skill that you're coding in business scenario, in real world. And this is where I'm going to talk about job simulation. Work on job simulation. Okay, you know how to write automation. How can automation help JekaCode? How can your automation help Money Points? How can your life 49 of code? How can it help OP? Sometimes The only thing that can help companies just might be just 4 or 5 lines of code, whereby over 5,000 lines of code might just be useless. So understand the business concept, the core business usage of merging tech and business together is very, very important, because it's not the code that's going to convert to money. It's that business that is going to convert to money. So I'm going to give you another example. When I was working with Sterling Bank, we had these issues, and the SOC team were like trying to escalate some issue. We had issue with our Splunk, and there is a particular room at uh, at Sterling Bank. If you see anybody that enter that room, there's a problem. We don't enter the room. So the CISO, which means the Chief Information Security Officer, entered the room, and everybody came out. Hey, intern, everybody hands on deck. And what happened was, because there is something that we call foreign key, right? And it started when the bank, if you remember very well, there was a time where they asked everybody to go to bank and update their BVN. If you remember, during those periods, they asked us like go to bank and update their BVN. So there are some issues where they were fragmentation of different accounts. So I may have my accounts in Junior Bank. I may have one account in FCMB, but now they are different names, because Ayomide Sholarin is different from Sholarin Ayomide. Hope you understand. So now we had a lot of issues with fragmentation, and they are using that part to attack the clients. What really helped us was because we implement something that they call foreign key function, whereby anybody that is very Ayomide check for cluster linkage in the database. That was how we were able to skip through. Logic reasoning. The code helped us in the business pattern, the business logic. Another thing again that I'm going to talk about, because Mr. Abdullahi, I've said everything. I'm going to talk about is AI is not taking your job, because we are in the AI that, AI this, AI that. AI is going to a lot of layoffs. Layoffs is there, of course, it's constant. But now AI will not replace you. But AI will replace you if you are a developer that does not know how to use AI effectively. AI is going to stay, and is here to stay. So now we are in the era of I used to say AI go fight AI very soon, because developers who know how to use AI will likely outperform who does not know how to use it. So now use AI effectively. So I was part of a technical advisor for a startup, because I can say I'm actually more effective when it comes to founding engineer, because I joined like 4 companies, and to the glory of God, those 4 companies that I founded, as I joined their team as a founding engineer, they're doing successfully well. And not just because I am a sound engineer, just because I know how to find loopholes in every organization. So now, if you are a developer, let's say you're a software engineer now, and you want to use AI to code, there are some things that you don't enter inside your prompt. And this is where you have to go and learn prompt engineering. You have to learn documentation. You have to learn research. You have to learn system designs. All these things are very, very important. Not just you typing to AI. I saw something on X one time like that. The person said, the person was dragging with AI. I think the person has small token left. And I said, they born you well. No debug this code. I was just laughing. But because the fact that we've gotten to a stage whereby we are so comfortable using AI. I've seen a lot of developers that without AI, they cannot even code anymore. Don't let us have that adoption. AI is here to like assist us in coding. If you take most of these platforms, you see AI assisted coding or AI assisted platform. You must not be self-reliant on AI every time. So this is what I'm going to say about this. AI is a multiplier. Use it very wisely. And Mr. I did talk something about networking. So I'm going to like talk more on this part. Networking is very, very important. And I'm going to like giving you you guys like 2 case study. So yesterday I was at the 3MTT ecosystem, and funny enough, so it was really, really funny. So let me try and explain. So I was at the 3MTT talent ecosystem event yesterday, And in that gathering, 60% or 70% of people that were there, they are HR people. And have been having this issue of outsourcing. Like, okay, I have a lot of talent. I don't know where to put this talent to. And there's a guy, his name is he's a very popular friend of mine, like in Lagos. He's a very, very popular guy. And we're just discussing. I said, Bogaji, I have a lot of talents. I have a lot of technical guys, but I need to give them a very good job. The job I've been seeing for them, the pay is very low. And the next thing he just laughed. He said, why are you now having problem in Lagos? Let me connect you with one guy. I was like, who do you want to connect me to? In my own way, I was like, okay, let's go. On getting to the place, very funny. On getting to the place, this person that this guy connected me with is someone I've been looking up to connect to for the past 4 years, but I did not have that access. But because the fact that I was able to network with this person and this person connected me with this person, I got over 8 complaints, like 8 complaints yesterday because of power of networking. Because networking is going to give you that advantage, like a lot, competitive advantage over every other person. So let me give you another example. So sometimes 2024, I traveled down to Botswana for Forbes Summit, and JekaCode was one of the finalists for 2024 Forbes Summit. I was so shy because that would be my very first time on international stage. Although I've been speaking everywhere, but my very first time international stage, I was so timid. And there's a friend we met at the airport. His name is Wale Faponda. He's the CEO of 730. And this guy was just a very cool guy. You know those billionaire that knows how to wine very well. He was whining me. I love your wristwatch. I love that. I was like, who is this guy? They free me. Yeah, I'm using Rolex. I'm using Swatch. Your wristwatch can buy 500 of my wristwatch. Why are you whining me? But I was able to connect with this guy, and it took me to different people. Oh, I meet this person, meet these people, meet this, and I was like, in that same gathering, they were talking billion transaction. But on a norm, if I did not network with Wale, I won't be in that gathering. Same thing with the current Spark Lab incubator that we're having. If not because of networking, I won't have met up with Rahman. I won't have met up with someone like Habib. Do you understand? So always network. And network is not about this is what I do. No. It's not about I can do this. No. You have to find how to do more of self-value. Because one thing I used to say to people always give out value more than you capture yourself. Because the value that you give out is what is going to come back to you. For instance, now, you cannot meet me at an event and come to meet me and say, oh, my name is James. I'm a full stack software engineer. And so, what can you do? Always give your value out. For instance, now, if you're meeting up with someone, let's say a technical person or a recruiter. Oh, my name is Ayomide. I'm an AI engineer by blah, blah, blah. This is my stack. This is what I've done. Always have that in your portfolio with you. So by the time people are thinking back and forth, you have this oversight. I met one James who he showed me similar project. They can actually easily reach out to you because that person you are connecting, you're not the only person that is connecting with that person. Not just meet us someone at the event and say, can I have your LinkedIn? After you have that LinkedIn, what's the next stage? So now, networking is not about begging, or it's not even about asking strangers for job. It means you are sharing knowledge, right? You are building relationship, and you are giving value first. Because if you not give out value to me first, I won't capture it. It's from the one that you give to me, I'm going to give it back to you in rebounds. So now, let me explain another thing that is actually very, very, very important, which is during interview stage. There are some things that they will ask you during interview, especially for the tech guys. It's always more of like a rubric kind of thing, where they will ask you questions based on what you said. And most people used to do this thing very well. They used to do it very, very, very well. If they ask you a question, let's say, Mr. Ayo, do you have any question for us? Most of us will say, no question. You just want to end the interview very quickly. Always ask questions. It's from your question that they are going to denote the kind of person you are, even though you couldn't answer some questions directly. So let's say, for instance, now, they ask you, let's say you are going for a, let's say, role of web developer. So they ask you a question now, like, oh, Mr. Ayo, do you have any question for us? You can ask question like, okay, what is their value proposition or proposition in that company? How do they treat employees or employers? What is their next big thing in the company? And again, if you want to like accept or do any interview, always do a deep research about that company. It is very, very important. For instance, I got a job. I got Pinavi Network job because I asked into the company. How did I act into the company? So I was looking for a job. I was really desperate at home. After you are done with coding or with school, there are some things that is going to like chase you. If you don't even chase it, they will chase you automatically. So I was looking for a job and I saw a link on LinkedIn that they are looking for um, software engineer. But inside the job description, they added someone that has cybersecurity knowledge. And I was like, I'm a cybersecurity person, analyst, and at the same time, I'm a software engineer. But my software engineering skill is actually much more better than my cybersecurity at that point. So what did I do? I hacked into the company. I bought, I think I bought 10 gig at that time when I was in 100 level. I bought 10 gig and I did not pay any money for that 10 gig. What I did was I used there's this SQL injection that I used, and I sent the mail to the CEO. Hey, hello, sir. This is the problem I found in your stores. This is the blah blah blah. This is this. My account is being funded without 10K, so the money is with you. But this is the thing that I think you guys can fix. And after 5 hours, the CEO messaged me, hello, please, can you schedule a meeting? I'm really so like it was shaking. Like if this guy can do this at the back end without our team, now imagine the kind of value is going to add to the team. And I joined the team as an intern. From there, I joined as a contract, from contract to full time, from full time to senior engineer, from senior engineer to VP engineering, from VP engineering to CTO. So because I was able to like give them that value at first. So don't just be that job seeker that is just looking for a job. Oh, once I have good CV, I'm fine. Even with your CV, there's some things that you don't put in your CV. There's this guy, his name is Sukomi. He's a friend, or let me say, he's not like a friend of friend. And we were just discussing randomly, and the person said that Sukomi has been looking for a job for the past 3 years. I was like, how will you look for a job for the past 3 years and you will not see job? Definitely something is wrong with that person. And I asked Sukomi, send your CV. And this is where networking is coming into place. At that point, I've left Pinaview. I'm now the software engineer at Skynet Consult. And as a software engineer, I am in charge of the website. I'm in charge of the business suite. I'm in charge of the ERP. So as a software engineer, then I'm the one that's going to input the roles on the career page. So I told this guy, I'm going to update the career page by 1 a.m. By 1:30, please do this. One, the guy was able to scale because he has internal info. That is one. And two, I told the guy to send his CV. Guess what? The guy has over 6 pages of CV. I was shocked. He has his NYSC certificate. He has his SUD financial secretary in Poly. He just had different unnecessary certification. And at that point, our system, we were using ATS, that's applicant tracking system. If your CV is more than 1 page, you are disqualified. So now this guy has been disqualified, or the ATS have been disqualifying this guy for the past 3 years unknowingly. So this is when mentorship is actually very important. Seek for mentors. Your page, your CV should comprises of what value you are giving to the company. If you work at Chicken Republic, write it there. I served turkey and chicken. I did this, I did this. And always make sure that what you are doing has data metrics. I changed our user from 4,500 to 16,000. How did you do that? Put it there. Don't just say, I work here 2014 to 2026, 2015 to 2016. No, don't do that. Put things there. Put the value. What you did. Are you with me, guys? What you did, what you've done per se, and the potential of what you can do. Another thing I'm going to talk about is I use this a lot. I love doing this a lot. If you apply for a job at JekaCode, the first thing I do, I don't even check your CV, because your CV can be manipulated. You can just go to here and say, craft this CV for a engineering role, and I'm very sure of cloud is going to like do it conveniently. What I do is what I do. I target as digital footprint. If you are looking for a job, 70 to 75% of the employer, they are looking at your digital footprint. There was one time like that we were looking for facilitator at the JekaCode, and we they drafted every other thing out for me. And I went to check this person's TikTok. I was seeing different, those agege dance. I was like, oh my god. And in the CV is perfect, very very perfect. 2-1 in so this, Coursera, Udemy, like very perfect. But the social footprint is bad. On TikTok, this person is Bese. On LinkedIn, just 2 posts in the past 8 months. And that 2 posts have one repost and one today is my birthday. On X, this person a banger person, dragging Tinubu, dragging our former employee. So these are the things that people check. Always have digital footprints. I'm not saying you should not have Bese or do all those stuff. Although you can have social life, but always make sure there is infuse of your social life in every other thing that you do. Your portfolio has to be assessed. The email you are using has to be assessed. Your cover letter has to be assessed before you send. I can send you 5 or 8 screenshots of applicants. Inside their cover letter, you will see help me to fine tune it. Do it very well, unknowingly, because they use AI. They just copy and paste. You did not check, you did not screen. There's one person again. The person wanted to apply for cybersecurity facilitator role. In the subject, he said, kindly input your subject here. He sent it like that. I was like, how? So always be very, very careful with every other thing that you want to do attentively. So I'm going to like close this with this approach. I used to say something, right? If you can dedicate 6 months, this thing have worked for me, and I'm very sure it can work for you too. If you can have 6 month roadmap, right? 6 month roadmap, you have 80 to 90% chance of getting that your dream job. And I'm going to be stating those things that you're going to do in every month. So the first month, understand what we call fundamental metrics. Understand the basic rudiment of what you want to learn. Let's say, for instance, you want to become a data analyst. Understand how to use Excel, Power BI, all these things. Use 1 month to master it very well. Understand the business concepts. Understand the technical concepts. That will be the first month. The second month, publish your work. Although some of us might have issue with, I'm shy, I don't want to face camera, I don't want to do this. Thank God we are in the era of AI. AI can help you to simulate all these things. Publish your work, post on your LinkedIn. If you're a software engineer or technical person, update your GitHub. Commit. And this commit is actually very important. So for the tech guys, how many of us are software engineers here? Let me even know. This is a very common case. This is a very common issue. A lot of people have lost great offer because of these things. How many of us are software engineers here? Please, can we just raise up our hand or react so we know who I'm talking to? Okay, fine. Nice. So now, if you are running your commits, right? Are you with me? So let's say on GitHub, I'm very sure we know commits. Let's say on GitHub now, you are working on a particular project. And okay, yeah, thanks. I'm saying you guys. My people are here. So now there's something that we call commit. Maybe after this particular program, I can share my mail or my WhatsApp number. You guys can reach out to me. I'll give you the commit pack. So I have a commit pack. So now there's something that we call commit. So like commit is when you let's say you work on something and you want to like add I'm very sure you guys don't understand commits. For the non-techies, I'm trying to find a way to like explain commit to you guys. So commit is like a standard format where you make your Git commit messages. Let's say, for instance, now I added new button. I'm going to add it. New button added. Always make sure that all your commits are conventional. This is very important. I've seen people that lost job. There's one of my guy that lost job with what is it called? With JP Morgan because of he does not use conventional commits. And God helped me because he was able to get feedback from one of the Nigeria insider, and that person told him like, we think disqualify you because your comment was not conventional. So what is conventional comments? Most of us we are fond of doing this thing. After we are done pushing, we just say Git push, Git HTML fixed, Git do this. All these things are not applicable in the global system. So conventional comment is when you have a format standard applied to your commit message to make it more woman readable and machine readable. So let's say, for instance, now, if you are working on a project and you work on a particular function, let's say you add a new function. Instead of you writing something like, let me give you one case study. Instead of you writing something like, I fixed this, like let's say fixed, you can just say fixed PWA cache breaks deploy after deployment. Okay, I simplify UI to make it more faster in terms of latency. So the other engineer that is coming to read your code understand what you fix. Conventional commit is very important. All these little things that we don't actually like look to. So now, work on your technical writing skill. Report writing is very important. You see some tech guys, they will ask you to write a report on what you are working on. Some of us don't even understand what is PRD. Some of us don't understand what is solution documents. Some of us does not understand closure reports. You can learn all these little things because all these things are very important. Another thing that is again is don't make sure that your README on your GitHub is not empty. Always make sure you have architectural drawing in your README. This is what they are doing. So even if your hiring manager wants to check something, they're able to see the other side of you that is not showing during your interview. Oh, this guy can do this. Oh, this guy, okay, you understand trade-offs. Oh, you understand resilience. This other guy can work on circuit breaker. Because this question might not be actually shown during your interview. So understand that part. So on month 4, so we talk about the first month, fundamental metrics. The second month is building projects. The third month is publishing your work, digital footprint. Why the fourth month is networking. You network intentionally, not just because I want to have someone, I want to be looking at someone's status. And we are fond of these things. So when I met with a guy, PJ Kev. Fortunately for me, this guy is one of the billionaires that we have in the real estate system. He's a Ghanaian. He's Davido's best friend. I don't even know, to be very honest. Because anytime I'm traveling out of the country, I always make sure that I have business class or first class. I don't like economy if I'm doing international trip because I want to network. If you can afford business class, definitely you say you are not a small person. So I was able to network with this guy, not knowing that he had layover because of his private jet that is coming down to Gaborone in Botswana. I was able to connect with him. And what happened? I saw him playing a song, Tory Lanez. There's a Canadian rapper. His name is Tory Lanez. And I've been listening to Tory Lanez since SS2. So I was singing along with him. I was like, oh wow. So are you a fan? I was like, I'm a fan. Like we're not talking about Tory Lanez album. And at the same time, I was chipping my career paths. I know music, but I know code. I'm a software engineer. Oh, really? Tell me more. Tell me more. Till we got to Gaborone, I just realized that this guy is separated. He went to the private lounge. I was like, hey, private lounge, but boy, Losha, not knowing that he owns a PJ. It was when I now saved his WhatsApp number and I saw him that David himself, he was on a video call with David. That David was talking about how they're going to celebrate their birthday together. I had to like stop, mute this guy for like a week, rephrase what I post on my WhatsApp. Do you understand? So always network intentionally, not just because you want to meet up with people. Are you with me, guys? Another thing that you are going to like do is like meet people, attend events, join communities. And shout out to Skillz-Up and JekaCode for bringing this. It's a very nice community because most of the updates that you see is in the community. They drop it there. Network, attend webinars. And the 5th month is practice interview. And to the aim of this event, we have a platform where you can practice interview. You will practice interview. AI is going to interview you, assess you, and you can actually review your CV and undergo some behavioral questions. So that's the 5th month. And the last month is apply strategically. Let me give you this hint. There's some work that you see on LinkedIn. You will see they are looking for front-end developer. Are you with me? You will now see um, HTML, CSS, JavaScript in bracket, React, and Node.js additional advantage. What are they looking for? They're looking for full stack developer. Because if I cannot React and Node.js, I'm a backend developer here. So now you now understand only HTML and CSS, you now want to apply. How? And another thing again, you will see some application, you will see 6,000 application, but you know you are not deemed fit for that job, you will still apply. Why? Apply strategically. Code mail. Always make sure that any other job that you're applying for, you know someone inside. You know an insider. I remember when I was working with Telema, they closed their entry because I know someone, one of their operational manager, and I was like, sound, and the person connected me to their hiring manager, to their recruitment platform, and I applied. Not just you doing 500 random applications because mama fish 500, you want to go enter. No, don't do it that way. Target application, like target those things. And by starting with the top 50, so that by the time you are doing the interview, you are doing it at your own strong side. And at the same time, be thoughtful and be relevant. Have a very strong skill set. Not because that you are a PHP developer, you now went to go and learn Java. They say Java is what is going on. You now go to Java. You eat small kick in Java. And again, they say it's Power BI that's going. You left Java, you go to Power BI. No, always have strong domain knowledge. You can have little knowledge about every other thing, but domain knowledge is actually very, very important. So I think this is the end of my talk, and I'm open up to questions. And the thing I'm going to say is that people who get higher are not always the smartest. So don't say because I'm not smart enough. No, people that get higher are not even the smartest, right? People that get higher are those people that constantly show up. There are people that keep on learning, people that build real solutions, and people that communicate their value. So I'm going to say this according to my word. If you have certificates, always keen to understand how to go about the certificate as well. So with certificate and certificate, I'm very sure you can scale. So thank you everybody for joining this great webinar. Thank you so much. I think that's the end from my end. Any other question, we can go ahead.
All right, thank you very much, Midi. Thank you for that insightful session. So we're on to questions and answers. So if you have any question, you can just raise your hand. All right. Do you have any questions so far? Okay. I'll just be going straight to the next thing. Beginning of this event, which means there's actually introduction, and we call the event Interview Ready 2026. You can see everything we've spoken about here this morning on how you can prepare for interviews and all. We have a bigger package that's coming up, right? And it's going to be an hybrid event. So that means you can come physically, you can join online, no matter where you are. More details on this event is going to be shared on Monday, right? So for those that are registered, for this webinar, you're going to get it in your mail. For those that didn't register, I'm going to be pasting a link to Skillz-Up Instagram and WhatsApp community in the chat, so you can follow, get the updates when it is ready. So we'll be launching it's a free event, and it's going to be very, very impactful. We're going to be talking about how you can use AI to practice for interviews. We're even going to have hands-on sessions where you can have practice interviews and get real-time feedback on what you did well, what you didn't do well. So you see it as if you are in an interview, right? And that is going to be done whether you are joining us online or virtually. So what you do now is check the chat box, follow the page, the WhatsApp page, the Instagram page, or you can go online, check JekaCode also on Instagram or any social media, and also follow. And also, this event was recorded, so you can also go to our YouTube channel, Skillz-Up Career Hub, anytime to watch a recording of this video if you missed anything, right? So stay tuned and get ready to join the main event. Okay, the link to JekaCode Instagram page has also been dropped in the chat box. So if you want to connect with any of the facilitators, you can check them out on LinkedIn and send them a message. Tell them you joined this webinar and you are willing to learn more from them. So the first speaker was Mr. Jima Abibilai. Second speaker was Mr. Ayomide Shodarun. So you can just search them up on LinkedIn and try to send them a message. Tell them what you learned. We spoke about code emailing, right? How to do code emailing. So tell them, okay, hello, I learned this from you during this event, and I'm willing to learn more, or I'm willing to connect with you and show the value that you are trying to propose the way you've learned during this event. Use what you've learned from this event, right? And use it and make sure that's the sorry, how do I put it? That's the only reason for joining the event, because you're learning and you have to use what you've learned. If you don't use what you've learned, then it's of no use actually. You just wasted your data. So use it, connect with people, network. And I can't hammer enough on networking. Networking is what actually brought this event to life today. I was just in a classroom with Mr. Ayomide and Mr. Abibulai. I think just last month. Yeah, we just met each other last month in a classroom, and all of a sudden, one thing happened, and we are hosting an event today. We are hosting an event today, and we are doing this because we network. So network makes people connect. And don't forget, Interview Ready 2026 is coming very soon. Stay tuned to our pages. Follow JekaCode, follow Skillz-Up, and on Monday you are going to see the registration link for the event. Like I said, it's a free event and it's going to be hybrid. You can either join online or physically. The location is also going to be shared. So thank you very much. So I don't know if there are any questions right now. Oh, for phone numbers, like I said, follow them on social media and send them a message so you'll be able to get phone number from there. So you can Ayomide has pasted his LinkedIn and Instagram handle in the chat. So just send him a message, connect with him, and he will share his phone number with you from there. Right. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful night rest. See you very soon at our event.
So before I go, so if you have any other question, I think we can actually add them to the community for those people that needed more question and clarity. And for those people that are asking for the commit package, you can always reach out to me on WhatsApp. I'm going to be dropping my WhatsApp message now. So in case you are not in the community, I'll just send you the community group, then you join in there. So on WhatsApp, please, whenever you're messaging me, please always be precise. Don't say good morning. Good morning, what? Please, thank you very much. My WhatsApp number is here. You can always reach out to me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. See you all at the main event. See you all at Interview Ready 2026. Bye.